Another beautiful morning in Call of the Wild, but what to hunt today? Wait, what does that say? No, 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 no. We're not doing it. Just... what the... ah, fine. We'll grind. We'll grind for a great one. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I thought that up yesterday after Kyla shot her second Great One bear, and between moose grinding and bear grinding, moose grinding has been primarily done on stream. I've done some bear grinding off stream. Bears have just been a little bit more kind to us, so we are going to grind bears today. And not only have they been a little kinder in terms of finding diamonds and stuff, we also seem to have a little more progress by switching up the strategy. What we've done as of late, and actually what Kyla did to get her Great One bear number 2, is we've started shooting every bear, males and females. And what it's done for us is it's kind of stopped this kill 8 male bears per run problem. Sometimes we're not going to get as many, but essentially what happens is the bears continue to move around, and you just get a lot more total kills, and it seems like the diminishing number of males is solved. Also, just something I thought I should point out. All those comments from the intro, I wrote those. Some are more representative of real comments that I've gotten than others, but if you look at the names and the likes and stuff, you can see they are just made up. And also, if you did have a comment that was asking for a Great One grind or something like that, don't feel bad. The comments aren't the actual reason that I'm doing this. I want to do it, but I just thought it'd be a lot funnier to put it in that way. But for the sake of this video, anytime we shoot like a solo female in a zone like this, other than this particular instance, it won't be in the video just to keep things from getting too repetitive, but hopefully we have a lot of opportunities to get male bears, and that certainly, to me, sounded like a bear warning call. The problem is, it is entirely hidden. If we go back up here, we can at least see, but I thought I heard a black bear sound. And indeed, a level 6 male black bear down there, 200 meters out, and we can go ahead and take that with the 338. Now you may be wondering why I'm using the 338 for this grind. Mostly because black bear aren't that fast. Compared to moose, like if you have multiple bears in a zone, they'll typically stand up, they'll kind of hang around long enough you can get multiple shots, and I just like to switch it up. Did he get into the water? He's not going to float here, so we can run all the way over and pick him up. And already, we are 2 bears in. First gold of the hunt as well, 19.43. Double-lunged him with that 338, that's the other nice thing. Bears compared to moose. Any halfway decent shot brings him down really fast, versus a moose, unless you get him in the heart, you're going to track him for a little bit. But we are now at that point. Back in November, we got the last couple of diamonds that we were missing, and lately, a bunch of our hunts have been producing a lot of cool kills, and a good number of those have made it into the main lodge as well. There's still a few things obviously we want to get, and we'll be working towards those in plenty of other videos. It's not as if we're going to grind every video and stream from here on out, but we know there's a new map coming at some point this year, but until that, there isn't a whole lot of things to do. We've got these 2 great ones in moose and black bear that we haven't yet gotten, and I think it's time to just buckle down and try to get them. And I suppose a good sign, the first 2 male bears have both been level 6s and both golds. One of the nice things too about doing the grind like this is when a bear stands up out of the reeds, it really doesn't matter what it is. Now in that case, we got a warning call and knew it was a male. Holy, apparently there were more around here than I realized. But we can just kind of go for the shot, whether it's a male or a female, because in the past, there would have been a concern about potentially like ruining a zone or, you know, shooting a female that then messes with where our males spawn. Now, because we're shooting everything anyway, we might as well go ahead and try to get that. And it looks like in that case, we did get both of them. The female did get away, but that's honestly not a big deal. Obviously, we'll get that next time we come around, unless there's a whole bunch of male bears again. That was a level 6, 19.12. And you also kind of saw there with the level 4, why the 338 works just fine for black bear. They're really slow even with their hit animations, so we have time to get that follow-up in there and bring a second one down. And by the way, an interesting little twist that seems to have kind of untwisted itself. This lake, which for a very long time, we would run down here and all the bears would run over here past us. They started spawning on the other end of the lake and they kind of quit running by us. That level 6 did it, and I can't imagine what that female bear's doing. Oh, it is just taking forever to get here. I also kind of switched up something with the strategy. I have the 308 AR. I decided to equip the night vision scope and just see if that helps. And what I found so far is that it's a really nice weapon for that kind of thing. It's a 1 to 4 power scope anyway. So when one bear is running at you, or even multiple bears, close range, having the night vision to help you spot it to begin with is actually really, really nice. And then of course, the zoom is not going to be a big deal. In fact, we have a better field of view. So this is a good sign. Got a couple of male bears here that definitely weren't here in the past. And we'll see if the 338's fast enough at nearly 400 meters to get them both. I'm not sure how we didn't have a round chamber there. That should get that one. And the biggest struggle... Oh, he didn't even hear that. Well, that'll make it a lot easier, but I'm pretty confident we got the level 4. We'll scoot in a little closer, maybe to 300 flat to try to get that one. I'd say that'll work, and I think that must be the dead bear beside him, because I can't spot it. And I can't imagine there were 3 there. For one, because I think we'd have just seen it through the reeds, but also, that'd be a lot of bears all in one particular spot. 3 bears at one lake would be no big deal, but as big as this lake is and as many zones are around, I'd have to imagine they'd be more spread out than that. Now, we have had in the past bears spawn like right here next to the lodge, and if we go over on this side, sometimes they're visible, so we'll be keeping an eye open for that. Not that we could really see them through the wall of reeds, but no sign of any over there. Got our 7, I think our first 7 in the hunt. Long liver stomach, actually. 20.06 for him, and then this one, which is what we saw next to him when we took the 7. Just a little level 4. So just to make sure, we'll back all the way up until we can actually see to that shore. Because we haven't really gone over to this side in a while. Like I said, we haven't had bears here for a bit. Maybe they were close to the lodge and we were missing them. Though at this point, I'm going to say pretty definitively that was not the case. So hopefully, this is a spot that will continue to produce them. But since we've come all the way over here, might as well check this little spot too. Ooh, there we go. First max weight estimate of the hunt, a level 7. Got it looks like a couple more over there, I think. I thought we swiped past a 3rd male when we were trying to spot, so they're not spread out enough to potentially have them not hear the shots. We'll go for the biggest one first, and obviously the level 5 next to him. Depending on what happens, we may still be able to pull that off, but let's worry about getting these 2. That'll get the big one, and my goodness, through the smoke, that was a real challenge to get back on target. That'll get him, and then the question is, which way do they flee? That's our 6. We almost are going to be better off like this, because yeah, I thought he might come this way. The nice thing is, this particular spot has this built-in tower, so not only do we not, that was a hard shot I guess, not only do we not need a tripod, but we can spawn in down here, go to this spot, save our tripods for somewhere else. I think we hit that, and we can actually avoid hunting pressure. And so actually, this particular bear harvest will be number 20 on this run, or I guess it's 2 runs, but in just under an hour. Our first one of this video was at 10:57. We just harvested number 20 at 11:49. Now, a couple of these were females, but not that many. We're getting way more males this way, and of course there's 3 more laying here that we also got. And I definitely did that in the wrong order, because there's a level 6 laying over there that we heart shot that we gotta go back for. I think we'll be okay to fast travel to the tent, but that would be our 5 that we got actually with a follow-up shot. Intestine, stomach, liver, right lung. I find that a lot with bears too. Those off angles, the 338 and I'm sure the 300, can actually punch through. Nice 20.81 for our first max weight estimate, and by the way, just barely is 227 to 290, he's 227.85 kilo. And we got this 6 down here. And no issues with fast traveling causing him to despawn. That was the thing a long time ago, but I always worry about stuff like that, especially when, we don't get to take a ton of bears. We're still doing far better than we used to. Another gold, by the way, at 19.72. But every single harvest counts. Now, if you've seen any of my grinding videos in the past, you'll know that I at least like to try to get a potential diamond or a rare or something in there as we go along. And finally, after quite a few hours of grinding on top of what we've already had in this video, we've got a level 9 here, but with about as poor an estimate as we can get. It's 21 to 23, and he's kind of in a bad spot there, so we're going to alert him on purpose. Kind of quick shot that while he's standing up. That's going to be a long shot, and we'll see if that ends up being our first diamond, kind of with a grind here in 2024. So, also I should note, I'm actually grinding in multiplayer. Kyla joined me. Turns out when you have 2 Great One Bears, you have plenty of spare time to help with grinding. So, that has kind of helped speed things along. I should also note, though, this level 9 has been on the map for like at least 6 runs. I picked up his track a long time ago, and I could never ever find him, but finally got him here. And he is a diamond, 23.07, with a really low weight. 268.17 kilo is like really low to score over 23. So we'll definitely take that. I was gonna not tax it, but we don't have a ton of the black variant. It's almost all duskies, and then a couple of darks and the occasional black fur type diamond black bear as well. Left long shot with the 338. And maybe that's a good sign of things to come. Even got the full 1000 session score with that single long shot. Okay, I wish I hadn't stopped recording. I literally just recorded that clip of the diamond because, like I said, we've been grinding for a couple of hours here, and usually after a couple of runs, I'll stop recording and then just sort of grind off camera. But literally, like, that's the hunting pressure and the lake where we shot the diamond just now. There's another one right down here, 21 to 24, and the question with this one is that actually the max weight track I talked about? I really don't know. It may have been, and actually we may have just hit the end of their drink time. Gonna fire off a second shot just in case. I think the first one was fine, but because he's kind of hiding down there in the reeds like that, that very easily could have been the one that I have been picking up the track from time and time again and never finding. What usually happens is I come back down to this lake, so I've got this tent here, I run up to the northern lake where we just killed the first level 9, something will be drinking here or even over on that side, spook over across in front of me, and I'll shoot that. And how many times, I wonder, have I shot a fleeing level 4 and that 9 took off, if that was even the one? But he is down right over here, and that is something through 5,000 plus black bear kills I don't think we can say we've ever had. That one is an even bigger diamond, 23.49. By the way, second shot was useless. A little too far back, hit him in the intestines. First shot, lung, liver, stomach, got it done. So that was the black variant. Much bigger this time, possibly our highest scoring. Look at that. 1,000, 1,000 in the game chat. Pretty confident we've never had back-to-back diamonds in this grind. I'm very sure, though, never like literally a couple hundred meters apart. So one of those, no doubt, was that track I kept picking up. The other was a new spawn, and I'm actually kind of thinking, just based on where I've been killing bears over the course of the previous couple hours, the first 9 was a new one, and that 9, based on his location, I think was the one that I kept on not finding. That was wild. So it's been a while since we've gone in here, at least with any new trophies to add. But this is our grind logic course where we have all of our red deer, moose, and black bear grind trophies, plus I think a random red fox that I used that spot to take a thumbnail picture with. But I really don't know how much space is even left in here, or where we can actually add more bears. I guess we could do our 2 new ones, sort of side by side opposite this really tiny moose that I think was also a grind kind of Hall of Shame kill. But pretty cool, and really interesting too, both were that black fur type. One that we don't get nearly as many of. So hopefully that's a good sign, and yeah, I guess if it wasn't obvious from the way that we did the intro, and now the fact that we got 2 diamonds, the intent is to give grinding for both black bear and moose, but at least in the short term, black bear kind of primarily, another solid shot here in the coming future. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.